Welcome back to our channel. We are still here, still trying to get some stuff done. Sorry for being gone so long. Thought I'd touch base with you guys, let you know what we've been up to and what we're doing today. Right now I'm just in the barn room, and I decided to just come out and get a little more work done in here today. If you just joined us, you might not know, but we're in a small room built off our pole barn, and we wanted to convert this space into a kind of multi-use clean space. So we put this patio door up on the opening. We want to seal it off, and we also installed another door behind you guys, and we've been insulating the ceiling here. It's actually coming along pretty well. Now I want to show you guys what I was working on today, and that is these structural members that come over here. I don't know how well you're going to see this with all the backlighting, but from the corner, okay, so we got these angled pieces of wood that come from the corner, obviously for structural support, to keep the structure from moving. Now with the metal siding on the barn, it's not as important because the metal adds a lot of strength, but it's still good to have them. But the problem with these is that they nailed them on the outside of the post, but then on the inside of this framing. So it comes in at an angle and it sticks on my wall surface. I want this all to be flush so that I can put insulation on the wall, you see, and I can't do that with that there. So, I might lower that down a little bit. Wow, I can't believe I didn't make it through that. There we go. Now let's get rid of these. They use some tough nails on this. See this? There we go. Now the idea that I'm having to maintain this is to take one of these mending plates. This is just a steel plate full of holes, and I'm going to nail it like this. I might add more nails if I have enough nails left over, but you guys get the point. Okay, so this is working pretty good. I'm happy with it. We're getting a nice flush wall. On to the last one, just this one right here. So that was actually pretty quick and easy, and I think it works. We got some flush walls ready for installation or whatever I might do. We'll see. I do want to get to working on this room more though. So while I'm out here, I want to tackle one more job before I go in, and that's this opening. You see we installed this patio door here. Well, I got this leftover space I have to close in somehow. I've been pretty stumped on it, but I came up with an idea using some scraps of siding. So let's see if this works. So first I'm going to put another stud in here because I can't reach the other one. You'll see. I can't nail it because the door is in the way and I don't want to take the door off. Alright, I just went ahead and secured that 2x4 in there, so I got a new stud. And let me explain to you the plan. So I have a whole bunch of these. These are cutouts from when we had to cut out the window openings in the siding. We had to cut out a notch to fit around the window frame on the house. So these aren't full size, but they're just partial siding pieces. So I want to basically use them as a small siding. I'm just going to cut it and do lap siding in here all the way up with all these cutouts. That actually came out pretty awesome looking. I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna quit. My hands are cold. I did enough for today. We got those walls straightened out with those angle supports and tackled this. I got plenty of siding to finish the top there, but again, I'll do that another day because I don't feel like pulling out the jigsaw right now. So what I'll probably do is just notch some siding and come right around the top and then do the side. Just trim it out really nice. It's gonna look really cool and finished. Let me back up. So, pretty neat. Stealth. So it felt good to get some work done outside today. I'm going to start trying to tackle that little barn room a little more often. I don't know how much I'm going to get done on it, but I want to get it done because I'm kind of thinking it would be nice to have a little winter getaway room where it's at least a somewhat insulated space where I can go out there and work outside of the cold. Right now we want to build a wooden bed frame, for example, and I just don't feel like sitting out there putting it together in the cold, especially with all the pocket holes I have to do, possible gluing and everything else. And at the same time, our house is done, so I can't bring all the lumber in the house and make a big mess. I just don't want to do that either. So I'm kind of feeling like I should keep pushing on that room and make our little fun space and just see how it comes out. Regardless of the high cost of building materials, we'll just push through and do the best we can for now. Now the siding that I was using on the front next to the patio door, I didn't really talk much during that because it was cold out, I was trying to get it done. But that came out beautiful. You guys, I don't know if you noticed, but some of the spacing is uneven because I was literally using the cutoffs and some were wider than others. So I just kind of staggered them the best I could, eyeballed them, kept it straight. It looks good. Ashley hasn't seen it yet, but she's gonna like it. I'll get out there and trim out that door a little more later, but it's gonna be cool when it's done. And other than that, we actually have been pretty busy behind the scenes, and we haven't been doing a lot of video. We just haven't been on here sharing, and I'm sorry for that. We can't wait to show you everything that we've been working on. We actually have been in the crawl space doing some work down there, and we insulated the entire, the sides, rim joist. So you got our floor joist, supports the floor. On the outside, there's a rim joist, and that's just caps off the ends of the joists. During the winter, last winter, I noticed that those get really cold. And when they get cold, because it's only 1.5 inches of wood from the outside of the house to the inside of the crawl space, it would form some condensation there and dampness that can lead to rot and mold. I took that insulation board that we're using in the barn and I cut it. And Ashley and I went down there and...
Basically, he measured between each thing, gave me a measurement, and then I would cut the foam board to the right length, and then he would put it in. And then we did that all the way around.
Yep, and spray foamed the gaps. And it worked really well. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that works. I think it's going to actually make the crawl space warmer and less damp in the wood. So we're trying to do anything we can to kind of tackle mold issues, dampness issues, and just make this house last as long as it can. I've also been spending some time out in the barn organizing. I'm really trying to get focused on organization, not just cleaning the barn, which is a never-ending job, but organizing my stuff and getting all the router bits with the router all in one place, getting all the pocket hole screws and pocket hole jigs and stuff all in one space, and just getting everything really tidy because we waste so much time being disorganized.
Looking for things, it's like a disaster.
It is. And that's one of those things, actually, I have several tape measures. This is a quick story. And one of our commenters, when I was showing some of our tape measures, they mentioned it not being minimalist because I mentioned having 4 tape measures and I bought 2 more. So I have 6 tape measures right now. And that's not very minimalist to have so many. But they don't understand that for us, that's a good thing because our number one, this is ridiculous, our number one time waster is looking for tape measures. For some reason, I always lose it because I always use it. And I carry it around, and when I had 1 tape measure, I would measure something, set it down, and then the next day, I can't remember where it was.
Yeah, and then you spend like sometimes hours looking for it, and it's just a big time waster.
So I found that I like having a tape measure to stick in the car, to stick in the barn, to have in the house.
If you put them everywhere, you're bound to find one of them.
Exactly. So even though it seems not minimalist, it saves us time, and that's actually a big part of minimalism is using your time better too.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of balance everything. So that's why I have a lot of tape measures, because it honestly saves me time where I don't have to go running around looking for them.
Like over the years, one of the big things he's always saying is, "Where's my tape measure?"
Ashley would always say to me, like, "Oh, I'm so sick of hearing that."
Yeah.
So now I really don't say it anymore because they're everywhere. I just stick them around.
Yeah.
Strategically placed. So anyway, that's the big thing right now. I've been just focusing on organizing and tying up little jobs around the property and just hanging out, getting easing into this winter weather that we're getting and preparing for what we have ahead. We have a lot of things we're working on behind the scenes that we look forward to sharing. So yeah, not too much to share in this one, but we just wanted to stop in and say hi. We'd like to see you guys and share what's going on. So we'll try to get back soon with another video, another update. But until next time, take care.
Bye.